Now that we have most of those technical issues out of the way, welcome back to most of the stream. That was weird. Who wants to do the recap? Now that we're 45 minutes into our normal game time.
So we had our meeting, got people working on the shit they need to work on, settled some things around town, and decided to take a vacation to go kill some shit. So we headed off to the mines that Justice had encountered some carrion crawlers, and have just entered and taken care of some of them, hearing more activity deeper in.
Alrighty. Get these small things moved around. There we go. So you had just recently gotten not that far, but
No,
you're a little ways in.
we just finished taking care of one trio.
Yeah, a little bit past where you had done your last killing.
Exactly.
So you at least know that they are in this area, and the infestation is probably bigger farther down.
And we heard something really big, too.
Yes, you did. Which one is it? There we go. Need notepads for days for this stuff. But I'm okay with it. As you guys travel farther down into the mines, they stop looking like regular mining area, and it starts turning into a much larger cave system.
Now, there's the problem right there. The miners should not have broken into the cave system.
From the looks of the way that the cave system is, because when you get to this cave system, it is at a T-junction.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where you're pretty sure the carrion crawlers are coming from.
Mm-hmm.
There is a branch to the left that goes farther down, and a branch to the right that trails up for a little bit and curves to the right, kind of back towards ish where you're coming from, but it's a very slow curve.
Okay.
Well, I think the majority of the issue is going to be down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's head on down and... Well, actually, we've got some right in front of us, do we not? Or...
No. Currently, the issue is not visible. You are hearing the sounds from the left.
Okay, so we got rid of the second round of crawlers as well, then.
How big is the tunnel that goes off to our right?
First off, there was no second. Well then.
Okay, I have... What happened there?
I don't know, but you just left whereas I was going to answer your statement point. One, I do not remember at the end of last session there being a
We came to a cavern. Yeah, with the
To a cavern?
carrion crawlers. Yeah, you said it was kind of like a cavern type area with the crawlers because there was some on the ceiling to our right and to our left. We weren't in a tunnel. We dealt with 3 crawlers in kind of a little cavernous
This is why
area.
I need to have my... This is why I was trying to at least rewatch that a little bit, because fucking swapping out back and forth as much as we fucking have. So, let's recap. And fix our shit. So,
Yeah, it was
bad joke.
it was at least like a 60-foot long, 30-foot wide cavern.
With 3 of them, and
Then we heard stuff from further in.
yeah, you heard stuff from further in. It's called Cartoon Network Boomerang. It's all coming back to me. So, yeah, it takes a minute sometimes, but we're good. We're good. So, we have... There's those notes. That's where I fucking put them. I knew I had them somewhere. Always have them somewhere. So, yes, the cavern has the 3... at least 3 that you can hear. And there is a bigger sound not that far in.
Mm-hmm.
Past your... What's everyone's dark vision range again?
120.
Same. Oh no, 90 in my case. Sorry.
90,
60.
120, 60. Dionysus, you are able to see 2 of those carrion crawlers.
Approaching from the back.
They're actually kind of moving around in the area. They're not approaching you at the moment.
So they haven't figured that we're here yet.
Well, I'm sure they've heard, or their senses are more limited. It's too bad I don't have Fireball.
And I cannot help there. Now, how close are they to each other?
Just as you are unable to see them at this moment, though.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a little further. Does anyone have Levitate?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, if I walk too close, my maximum range is, well, if I use my bow, should I shoot them to bring them closer?
Well, if I shoot them, I'm almost as likely to kill one as I am to bring them both. So, I guess it would be best if I move forward carefully. Oh yes, need dice.
They're about 120 feet away.
Okay.
So approach close before, because I think they have some form of blind sense or tremor sense. If you get too close, they'll notice.
Okay. And Okay.
Actually, Justice, give me a nature check at his statement.
nature. Blech. Yeah, 2.
Wow.
That's with a +1.
Can I try a nature check?
Sure. Is it trained for you?
Everything's at least half trained.
Right, because fucking bards.
Yes, mine
Bardic
was not
knowledge.
trained.
Dirty 20.
You're pretty sure it's not a tremor sense. You're pretty sure that they can smell you. That's what they're able to track is scent. One of the reasons why, when Justice said, it's all in how they see me. Aha! Words.
Mm-hmm.
They get advantage on not. They get advantage on spelling things.
I'm going to regret this. I go to one of the downed carrion crawlers, and I just like smear some of the
Question:
grossness.
Have you been? How's your health?
On a scale of 1 to 32, I'm at a 28.
Awesome. Roll me a con save.
Con? 19.
Okay. As some of the blood and ichor get into the wounds from you smearing this blood all over you, you feel your muscles like starting to like lock up a little bit, like the onset of cramps.
That would have been hilarious. That would have been hilarious. That was a neat effect when you exhaled on your vape with the background, the green screen background. Yes, that was neat. So I'm going to move forward just a little bit, just so that I can see them.
All right.
And then I'm going to shoot them. I'm going to go for one of them. So that's...
On the other one, can I shoot a firebolt at the same time?
Let's take out one of them completely so that we only have one to deal with.
Okay.
Okay, and I get 2 attacks.
All right.
First attack is going to have plus 1d4 plus... Do I get advantage? Have they noticed me?
They are active, so no, you will not have advantage.
Okay.
They know. You can tell by their movements. They know something's in the area, but they seem to be in a more protective state.
Well, that's why I went stealthy when I did that. I rolled a 19 on my stealth.
Let's see if they notice you. You will actually get advantage. They do not notice you.
Okay, good.
They don't notice your scent yet.
So first attack, plus 1d4, plus 1d8, plus 1d6.
Jesus.
Was that all on the to hit?
No, that's the damage.
Well, then roll your attack to hit then first.
Well, I would hope that a 21 would hit.
Okay.
Oh, yes, and plus 10 damage.
From marksman?
There is a chance that you can absolutely fucking whiff it.
It's
It's not a very high chance, but the chance is there.
So that's bow is 1d8 plus another 1d8 plus another d6 plus a d4. Okay.
I turn to Wells and Sorka and go, do we know if these things are good to eat at all?
Oh, your nature check would have given you the no.
16, 20, 35 points of damage on my first shot.
I need something to eat.
It's still standing.
All right.
Okay.
I immediately fire a firebolt.
I still have my second attack.
Okay. Well,
If you want to
Okay.
let Justice use just 2 arrows and see if...
yeah, I'm just gonna shoot my firebolt at the other one.
14 to hit.
14 hits.
Okay.
We'll resolve out that firebolt if necessary.
I do not have that. I have that. 10, 14, 19, 29 more points of damage.
So the two arrows whistle through the air, and as the creature turns on its path, the two arrows just sink right into the side of its neck and head, and it lets out a little squeal and drops down.
I just move my hand a little bit over so that I can give a like guiding light to the other two to see what the fuck's going on.
And firebolting.
Firebolting.
All right.
That's 25 to hit.
Everyone, roll me a perception check. And I mean everyone. And
Okay.
is one person wanting to run our tabaxi?
Yes. 29.
I got a nat 20 for 20.
I got a 29 as well.
I got a 12 and I can run. Tala.
All right, run Tala. Let's see what Tala gets.
It's +3 to perception, right?
Yes, because he is not trained in perception.
14.
14, and what did you get yourself?
12.
All right, so everyone but Tala and Sorka are able to see as the firebolt flares out that there is another carrion crawler a bit farther back. I'll let you roll damage, and then I'm going to describe this carrion crawler.
15 damage.
15 damage. Okay. The first one is still alive.
First one is still alive? No.
All right. Let me rephrase that. The first
Smaller one.
that is in the defensive range that is still alive is still standing. You didn't just one-shot it, unlike someone. Technically it's a two-shot. but
There's a
still.
reason why I took this style.
Yeah. The larger one is much larger. And there are dozens of smaller ones crawling around it.
Okay, we need fire. We need fire.
And at this point, I'm going to say our favorite words.
Roll initiative. I started with fire. I did good.
Yes, you did. Unfortunately, we have now a carpet of 16 plus 7, 23.
What?
One second, let me get my initiative track range running.
So we have no area effect of anything, right?
I've got a minor area effect, but it doesn't do a ton.
The carpet of mini carrion crawlers, because I'm assuming they're mini.
Yes.
I have a straight line kind of area of effect fire thing.
Mine's not fire, but it's fun.
How much of an area do we have? Does it need to? Are they covering?
About 30 feet.
Oh, okay. So
I have
there's
30 feet long, 5 feet wide.
so we need 6 of those.
I can like at least make like inroads.
Yes, definitely. The biggest issue is we're going to need to keep Mama occupied while we get rid of babies.
We stomp on them.
Yeah, I somehow doubt stomping is going to be
Let's look like
effective.
stomp.
Your 5x30. More than likely, what we're going to try and do, if they come at us, hit the spear point and go straight through them. That will likely make them less inclined to come at us.
All right.
At which point, and Mummy will likely want to protect them.
Who's got over 20?
23.
$15 to $20.
17.
19.
Sorka, did you just say 19?
I did.
Lovely.
I'm not happy with that. But
All right, let's go.
I'm assuming Mama's large or bigger?
Yeah, she's huge.
Okay.
She classifies as huge. So let's go 10 to 15.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Wells, what'd you get? Okay, luckily that does good for you at least. Alright. If you're watching our Discord, if you're not Discord, if you're watching our Twitch stream, you'll see what the initiative order is. And it is glorious.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Justice, you are up. Sorka, you are on deck with Tala right after.
Okay, so bonus action, ensnaring strike. It will have advantage on its saving throws. Big Mama. Okay, so whatchamacallit, using my power arrow kill. Two attacks. Yes, I know it's not going to kill it, but one can hope. So that is a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
And so that would be D8 and D4. Uh, 7 plus 15, 22 points of damage. And second hit.
Is there a saving throw for the...
For the ensnare. Oh, shoot. Thank you. Damage on the ensnare. Yes, there is a saving throw.
What's the DC?
DC 14.
She does make it.
Okay. So not ensnared, unfortunately, but there is a D6 damage that I forgot about. 6 more points of damage. That was a strength check, by the way, right?
Yes.
Okay.
13 on
Second
the die.
attack.
And she has a bonus.
Second attack, does 16 hit?
16 hits.
Good. So then that's
3, 2, 1,
done.
2.
Nope, I don't do that. I do that, that, and that. Fudge. Okay, I'll just roll. Okay. So that's 11 plus 15, another 26 points of damage.
Ow.
That's why I love sharpshooter. And I'm done. So I'm assuming Mom is not terribly happy with me.
No, she is not. Luckily, it is Sorka's turn.
Okay, so there's one of the like regular sized ones that's still there, so I'm just gonna cast a magic missile because I can't actually. I'm gonna move up my 30 feet,
All right.
and then, I mean, I would have still been in range, but like this gets me closer for other things that, and then I will just do all three, at the regular size one.
At the regular crawler.
Yeah. So first one is 2 points of damage. Second one is 3 points of damage. And the last one is 5 points of damage.
All right. It is still standing, though it is not happy looking. It's not bloodied yet, but it looks like it's close to being bloodied.
Okay, and that's my turn.
All right, and Tala. Our melee fighting Tabaxi.
Yeah, does Tala have anything that he can use at a distance?
Nope. The only thing he had, he's already thrown.
Okay, so he will just start moving towards the fight
Take the dodge action.
and take the dodge action.
All right. Alrighty.
Give our boy Tala a chance.
And that is Tala's turn.
All right. It is now the Broodmother. Dio, you are on deck. At seeing and hearing the ones that she loves get hurt, as well as getting 2 arrows into her side, she is going to let out a deafening roar, and she's going to move up a little bit, going off of the range points of everyone. She's not able to make it to anyone, but she does have a ranged attack.
Of course she does.
As she lifts her head up and flings her head forward some, she is going to try, luckily for you this is disadvantage, she's going to try and attack Justice. She misses,
Okay.
but there are a handful. Let's see here. I'm going to roll damage of how many there are. There are now 4 small-sized larvae near you, Justice.
Okay.
They're within melee range. She didn't hit you, but
She throws babies at us. Got it.
I think that's a side effect of her doing that, the fact that the larvae were on her.
no, that from the looks of it, that was kind of her plan.
Okay.
Great mother. Throwing babies.
No, we don't need to Michael Jackson here.
And that will be her turn. Dio, you are up.
How far away is she from me?
Did you move up at all?
I had kind of moved up with Justice to be about 90 feet away.
So she's about 60 feet.
Shit. Okay. Because I have an idea for her.
And the other one is about 45 feet in front of you.
Okay.
And there is a, like, swarm of larvae kind of just
So-
around her.
So can I throw my dagger as a bonus action
You can.
and just not take the additional damage? I want to stick the dagger in her.
I know what you're planning.
That's my specific goal, is to try and stick the dagger in her.
I know what you're planning, and
Am I
Her
allowed
AC
to try?
you're allowed to try. Her AC is higher for the attempt to stick. So you're rolling to attack, and if it gets to the additional armor class, then it will stick.
Okay. But so as a bonus action, I'm just trying to stick my dagger in her. It's at disadvantage because if she's 60 feet away, I'm just gonna stay at 60 feet for the moment. That's the limit of my range. Come on, roll real fucking well. That is a 16 with disadvantage.
So you're able to roll damage, but it will not stick into her.
Fuck. Okay.
It kind of grazes off of her carapace. It looks like it does damage.
Not much. It does 3 points.
That's 3 more points than she had a second ago.
So that ruins that plan. So instead, as I'm getting ready to, I throw my dagger and I'm getting ready to cast with my offhand, and I see it doesn't stick, and I go shit, and I change the spell, and I am going to. Where's the largest concentration of larvae around her? Like directly in front or next to?
In front / underneath.
Okay, yeah. So right at her face, I'm going to, at 3rd level, cast Ice Knife.
Okay.
So that is going to be a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Okay, so she takes. That is a D10. Okay, thank you. 10 points of piercing damage, and then her and every larva within 5.5 feet of the impact need to make a dexterity save. Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
Oh, God. Poor larva.
So her first. And then the larva will it still does damage no matter what, right?
No, if they succeed, there's no cold damage because this is a secondary effect. Hit or miss, everything needs to make the dex save within 5 feet of
Okay.
the target. But because she's huge, it's only like within 5 feet of her front. So
So, good news, bad news. Roll your damage.
everything that fails, because I cast this at 3rd level, 12, 16, takes 18 points of cold damage.
So, as the blade hits and she screams out and the burst starts going off, it looks as if she is about to, like, take those shards, but a bunch of larvae, a bunch of her babies, dive in front of that. She essentially uses a legendary resistance, but babies die in the process. They're animals, they want to protect her because she can make more.
Fantastic. As long as I clear out a swath of larvae, I'm fucking happy.
Yeah, unfortunately, that swath does not come from her health. By the way,
That's fine. That's my only area of effect spell is Ice Knife. I am going to be doing icy shards.
As a side note, thank you, MCDM, for giving me the idea of using that for legendary resistances.
Just using the minions.
Yeah, like
It makes sense.
It shouldn't just be I pass because fuck you. It's like there should be something that happens in the process. And yeah, like this is my first proper action orientated boss, so yeah.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh, additionally, at the end of your turn, Gavin,
Yes.
She screams out again and
Flings more babies at you.
actually no. The larger, the adult carrying crawler is going to move up to Dionysus.
It can move that far.
They have a speed of 30,
I'm still 45 feet away.
so it's about 15 feet away from you.
Okay.
And the swarms of larvae are moving up as well.
Oh, it's doing a charge. Fantastic.
And
Yay.
that is the end of her turn.
My
Her that's the end of her interrupting turn, and now it is the crawler's turn itself.
Okay.
And the crawler is going to close that distance and attack you.
Okay.
Yeah, she basically told all of the creatures to move up.
You know, this is, I think, actually the first time I've played against a creature with legendary actions. This is going to be fun.
Oh yeah, not only does she have legendary actions, she has villainous actions that trigger on other people's turns on different rounds. I have a small list of like, this happens this turn, this happens this turn, this happens this turn. If she survives, it happens this turn.
A fun action economy.
Yes, action-orientated monsters. They're badass and dynamic. It's more than just, oh, it's a big thing with a bunch of fucking hit points. Ooh.
I'm going to want to learn a little bit about that because I need to start creating some boss combats.
Look up Flea Mortals.
Flea Mortals?
Yes. That's where I'm getting all of my shit. It is a MCDM Kickstarter. There's a tester for free. Yeah, Flea Mortals. That's where I'm getting my shit.
Flea Mortals.
I love the name of that book, by the way, and I'm going to be using it. That's the only product that I'm getting from them that is not going to be physical copy, because I don't need a handbook when I'm not going to be sharing it with people.
Exactly.
By the way, if you pay for as much as you can off of it for just the digital content, you get a lot of digital content. We gave them a fuck ton of money. Anyways, so the carrying crawler attacking Dionysus.
You can try.
First one is going to be its tentacle attack. Does a 18 hit you?
Not after I say, how'd fire taste, bitch? And subtract 2 from its attack roll.
What is your AC again? I forget.
17.
Ooh, so close. If you would roll a 1, it would still hit you.
Yeah.
By the
Damn.
way, yeah, get that tester. That tester it gives you some really cool stuff.
Yeah, doing so now.
And then, yeah, when you get the chance, pay for it. It's going to be a while before we get digital stuff out of it, but it's going to be so worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, watch the video on it eventually later.
Will do.
Because he talks about it. So it's going to now try and bite you. And that will also miss. Lovely. Now my camera just goes wonky on me for a second.
We all just feel like we have cataracts. It's okay.
Better.
Performing surgery.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's some pretty cool stuff, isn't it?
Well, I'm not looking in the book specifically because I don't want to see.
Oh no, I'm not using anything from the book. I'm not using creatures from the book. I'm using the ideas inspired by it.
Yeah, it's the beholder that they have here.
That's not a beholder. That is their own creature.
It's not.
Okay, beholder-like creature.
Yeah, it's evil.
I'm liking it.
Anyway, back to the combat real quick. As it goes to bite me too, because I dodge its tentacle attack, and as it goes to bite me, I just kind of like slip to the side and blow it a kiss. I'm like, you got to do more foreplay than that.
All right, that is its turn. Wells, you are up.
Okay, how far am I from it?
From which one? The big one, larva, or the regular carrion crawler?
The big one.
The big one, they'd have probably had a 10-foot lead on you all.
So about 70 feet.
Yeah, about 70 feet for the big one. There are, there are 5 larvae, so a larva semi-swarm, not that far from you, at Justice. And there is a regular carrion crawler attacking Dio.
Okay, so who would be the closest to me then?
Either the really small partial swarm or the regular carrion crawler. Followed by a bigger swarm, followed by broodmother.
Okay, so the ones closer to me are within 30 feet, or?
Yes, there are. You can get to 2 different areas of melee within 30 feet. Either the small amount of larva or the regular carrion crawler.
Okay, yeah, then I would go to the regular carrion crawler then.
All right.
And I'll go to attack it.
All right, make your attack.
I'm guessing a 12 doesn't hit?
Yeah.
Fucking close, but no.
I want to watch something.
Okay, second attack then.
All right.
Much better. 26.
26 definitely hits. By the way, you were off by 1 originally.
Jeez. Okay, 13 for the damage. And with, ooh, nice. Another 6 necrotic.
It's looking very unhappy.
Okay, and then yeah, that'll be it then.
All right. It is now larva turn. And the larva swarm on Justice is going to attack.
Okay.
It's one attack at advantage because they're just all going at once.
Mm-hmm.
So they miss.
Yes.
Like, you're moving around 2. I rolled a 1 and a 2 and a fuck that. Fucking dice today, man. Anyways, so yeah, that fails. The other swarm starts moving up closer, and it is just out of range of getting to the four of you, because Tala's up in that area. So the swarm is about 5-10 feet away from the rest of the party, from the larger swath of party. That is their turn. Just as you are up, Sorka, you're on deck.
Okay. Well, I'm back down to 1 attack per turn, unfortunately, now. Can I still attack even though I've got the swarm on me, or like range attack on the mum?
Yeah, but it counts as having a melee combatant next to you, which I believe either imposes disadvantage or
I don't think so in 5th edition.
No.
Yeah, in
It's
5th
only for
edition,
magic.
Yeah.
if you're doing a ranged attack at melee range, you have disadvantage.
Unless you have the sharpshooter.
Unless you have the sharpshooter. But that's the only thing being melee. Like, if you are trying to do any type of ranged attack, so say that you're trying to use a longbow on someone 5 feet away from you, you have disadvantage. Or you're trying to cast magic at someone 5 feet away from you that's not ranged touch,
Yeah.
it's disadvantage. That's the only thing that melee affects with attack rolls.
But even then, if I remember correctly, Warcaster will cancel that just like Sharpshooter does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not aiming for the minions. I'm going for Mummy.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see what would be the best thing. Now, does she also have? I'm assuming there's still more babies around her as well.
Yes. At this range, from the fact that she is closer now, better in your vision, you can tell that there are eggs hanging off of her.
Okay. Is she within melee range of any of my
No.
No. Okay. So no sneak attack there. Okay. So using my last spell here. Actually no, that's not going to make any feckin' difference. Fudge. Hunter's Mark then. Okay, so that's plus 1d6 plus 1d4.
Roll your attack.
Okay. $18.
18 hits.
So that's d8, d6, d4. So that's 4, 8, 25 total.
1 second.
Now, that one's a concentration, isn't it? Yes, it is. So I can continue holding that one. Okay. And that is my last spell. At least I can hold it for the entire combat.
Yeah.
Now, if I move from where I'm at, I'm assuming the swarm gets an attack of opportunity on me?
Yes.
Okay.
Trying to. Someone asked for. To be able to join in to watch. Figured might as well fucking send that info. Woo! Viewers. That's what we want. Anyways. So you said it was how much damage again?
25.
25. Ouch. Gotta hurt my babies.
If I hit, I hit hard. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of what archers do. Is that your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Sorka, you are up with Tala on hand and then Broodmother on deck.
Okay, so I'm gonna move up just a little bit more and try and find like a good like line of babies. And then I need a dexterity saving throw.
Just a quick thing. With how he's been describing it, I don't think the line of babies is going to be that much of an issue.
She.
She or they?
Hmm?
She
Hello?
or they? Don't make
Oh
me
my
go to-
God! I am so.
I will come to Canada and I will return with your fucking knee.
I know you didn't even realize what you did. You're good.
Yes. With what the DM has been saying so far.
No, I understand. I just would like
Yeah.
that to, you know, like if we can get rid of some of the
As best
armor.
as best of line of babies. How far is this line able to go?
30 feet, 5
Good.
feet wide.
30 feet, 5 feet wide. All right. And it's a deck save?
Uh-huh.
See, so there is good news for you. I'm rolling this at disadvantage. Because there's a high probability that you'll still get a fuck ton, even with Lino babies. What's your DC?
16.
Oh, yeah, no, it didn't fucking matter. Roll your damage.
Oh, that was terrible. 7 points of fire damage.
All right.
And that is my turn.
All right, and on to Tala.
So can Tala move up to the one that's attacking Dionysus?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then Tala would like to do that, and then, like, bash it.
All right, swing away. He's got a +6 to hit, and he does 10 damage.
So that's 25 to hit.
Fuck yeah.
So Tala runs up next to Dionysus and does like a half leap, brings his sword all the way down, and you just see the head of this creature is severed from its body as Tala looks down at it and then up at Dionysus and Wells. Are you two okay?
Yes. Good form. I'm impressed.
That's going to be a good supply of poison there.
Very.
Yes, our friendly neighborhood cadaver has been doing a very good job training.
And that's all I believe he can do. He only has the one action.
Yep.
So it is Broodmother up, Dio on deck. Broodmother is going to move up even closer now. There's a 30-foot gap.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to actually activate her next little ability thing on her turn. And she shakes her body all the way down, and as she does so, the eggs that were on her start to fall off, and as they're falling, they crack open and more larvae just appear around her as as it is birthing time.
Mhm.
Dionysus, you're up.
Okay. She's 30 feet away from me.
She's 30 feet away from you. There is... You can make it to her. You will take attacks of opportunity. You will take an attack of opportunity at advantage. Because you're running through a swarm to get to her. You can make it. There's nothing stopping you. You
It's also how much damage is the swarm going to do? That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I have the dice ready.
Yeah, because we're going to get swarmed whether we want to be or not at this point in time.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Do I actually have the dice ready? I don't have the die I was going to use. Oh well.
You know what? We're just gonna burn my last 3rd level spell slot for a chromatic orb.
Okay.
At the Broodmother. We're gonna go. Yeah, fire damage.
By the way, you do have access to turning chromatic orb into that other damage.
I do.
You do.
I thought I didn't get that yet.
Not yet? No, wait, no, that is soon. That's soon. It's soon. Not
It's
yet.
not yet. Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah, that
I'm
would
just
be
anticipating.
overpowered right now.
I'm just anticipating.
Yeah,
Roll your attack. Roll the hit.
yeah, fire.
Fire.
You guys do notice that as the orb starts burning red, though, there's lines of black in the flame.
Oh, okay.
And that is a natural 20.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
And
Nice.
I already said I was casting this at 3rd level. So that is 10d8 fire damage.
Not
Oh.
going to go well for anyone.
I'm just going to use an app for this because that's a lot of d8s.
This is not going to go well for anyone. And I'm loving it.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, sorry. I am just rolling an app for this.
Go
'cause
right ahead. I don't give a fuck.
That's a lot of d8s.
Yeah, it's a lot of dice. Fucking roll it.
An average of 45 points of damage.
Oh,
on that.
wait, no. Because crits, it's max
Max plus
5. So it's only 5d8s. But so that's 40 plus.
Oh, God.
Damn. So that's an average of 62 points then.
So 69 points of fire damage. Nice.
Oh. Yeah, how much are we going to have to save on that one?
She's still alive. Barely. Barely. But she's still alive. Everyone needs to make dex saving throws. At disadvantage.
It's a chromatic orb.
Yes.
It's the
as soon as it
splash
hits
back.
And it splashes onto her. She rises up, and her head starts bashing into the ceiling.
Okay.
21.
Dex save?
Dex
At
save
disadvantage.
at disadvantage.
Okay. That's not bad. 17.
5.
I rolled
Wow.
another natural 20, but I don't get to take that.
7. I rolled a
Oh.
19 and a 7.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
I got a 14 and 16 plus my 7, so 21.
All right, so I'm gonna go this over. Don't forget Tala. Oh no. What is Tala?
That's only one wound for Tala.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh.
So 1 second. Retainers. Tala does not have dexterity saves trained. He's only got a +3.
So that'd be a 16.
That's not bad.
Okay. Tala needs
Yeah,
to
no, I
make
rolled a 16 and a 13. So
Tala needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Wait, no, wait. He passes. 16, he does pass. DC is 15.
Okay. Whew.
So the good news is he passes, which means Tala is able to get out of this damage. Because if it hit him, he would go unconscious. Because you take 1 point of damage per die rolled.
Yay!
Ow.
No, 4d6. That's not too bad.
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. So
Yes, you should.
that's
You're the
21.
DM.
Holy shit! You rolled real well on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 second. She has to roll hers as well.
Okay. Is it save for half?
Save for half.
Okay, so if we got over 15, we take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And if not, you take 21.
That's what I want to check.
And unfortunately, this triggers her last thing.
Oh, God.
Which means everyone needs to roll again. As she goes into a death flail.
Also, at disadvantage again, Dex?
At disadvantage again, Dex.
Uh,
17.
15 this time. Just barely make it.
11.
6 and 23.
So Tala gets a nat 20.
Okay.
Okay, so
Hey, I know this isn't how it works, but can I burn my last 2 bardic inspirations to cast shield over someone else to help save Sorka? Because I noticed she's about to get super battered.
no, but you can roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Me
Ooh.
roll a con save?
You roll a con save.
Thank you for reminding me. I need to make a con save for the damage done by the falling.
Oh, she's dead. You can let that fucking drop if you want.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
17 on my con save.
17. All right. So it's not going to affect you yet. At the end of the encounter, you're going to take a point of exhaustion.
Okay. So to cast shield over
What does shield do in this situation?
it probably can't block everything, but it raises your AC. I want to deflect some of the rocks.
Okay, so it's going to count as passive.
Yeah.
That's good. Because her death throws kind of hurt. The last thing I need is...
I basically want to make Sorka have a success and only take half damage on this one.
Real quick, and I know this is going to be a very scary thing to answer. Aside from Tala, what is everyone's health at right now?
18.
12.
35.
10? Oh, God. Shit.
We have healing potions.
I
can bring anybody up that needs to be brought up. Don't worry.
Just roll it. DM, you've already committed. Roll
already
it.
committed.
Roll it. This is D&D. This is how it works.
I am really sorry. I don't want this to happen, but
Yeah, it is what it is. I'll blame Dionysus at the end of this anyway.
So who all failed? Did anyone fail? Okay.
Zorka and Wells did.
So I need Tala to get. Oh wait, 1 second. Let me look at the numbers real quick. He does not have that trained. I need Tala, Justice, and Dionysus to make athletics checks.
Athletics. Okay.
If you
Can
have
it
it,
be acrobatics?
no.
Shit.
Tala rolled an 11 on the dice.
So that's a 14.
14 here.
I got a 15.
Okay. So, as the Broodmother Carrion Crawler starts thrashing around and this cave starts collapsing in, Dionysus, you throw your shield up, seeing the rocks start falling. I'm gonna need all three of you to also roll me a con save.
Rolls!
Tala does not have Constitution as a saving throw. What the fuck?
17 in my case.
Okay, my dice are fucking hot today. Natural 20 for 22 on my con save.
4 for Tala. On the dice.
Okay, so because it's not trained, it's only a +3, so it's a 7. So Dionysus throws up that shield, and you all start moving your way out of this cavern. As the rocks start falling from the ceiling, Justice and Tala getting battered a little bit, but Tala mostly using his shield. You see a fairly large rock fall down and hit Wells, like on the shoulder area, and he drops to the ground unconscious. And both Tala and Justice are able to actually grab him as you're starting to run out, carrying his now unconscious body. Tala reaches out as Dionysus, using his shield spell to try and keep the rocks from hitting Zorka. The shield breaks at the last moment, and as a large rock passes through it, smashing into Zorka, knocking her down. Dio and Tala are able to pick up Zorka on their way out as the cave is collapsing in on itself, burying all of the carrion crawlers behind you. You are able to rush your way all the way out. Just as you hit daylight, Tala trips and falls, and he is panting heavily as he's now got a point of exhaustion from carrying essentially two half bodies with the two of you, carrying more than his share as the 12-year-old fucking knight that he goddamn is.
Okay, and where am I in all of this?
You were helping.
Assisting carrying
You were
bodies.
assisting,
Okay.
helping, carrying Wells.
Okay.
Like you.
Okay, so I get it.
So-
Tala's between the two bodies, and
Yes.
we're on either side.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And you have two unconscious bodies. Right before. Right before any spells can be done for saving lives, if any of you have spells for saving lives, I need both party members who are unconscious to give me a saving throw.
Okay.
You're going for death saves on this one, unfortunately.
9.
12.
Now, your characters don't know who is going under faster. You just know that both of them took fairly bad hits.
I just tell Justice get wells, and I pull a potion out of my jacket.
I can touch them both and heal them both at the same time. It's just healing hands ability.
Okay.
2 points on each.
So as you move, basically trading positions with Tala, putting your hands on both of them, a golden light runs from the top of your head all the way down through your hands into both of them. And both of you just feel breath bolt back into your bodies. You will both have massive headaches and shoulder aches, but you're both alive and you both see daylight and sky above you.
Okay, and coughing as I like get this breath, I say, "Do we have 10 minutes?"
Yeah. I think
Okay.
we're good
I
for
think
10 minutes.
I think we. All of you rest. I'll keep an eye.
And
I'm good.
gonna
I
start doing what I need to do for a prayer of healing.
Yeah. I'll keep watch on things since I am the most healed of the lot.
Don't stray more than 30 feet away from me, though.
I will not. Now, did we pick up any heads before?
You saved 2 lives. If you
Hey,
want, we can retcon it and...
Hey,
No.
Nope. So I don't know how long it would take. Like, did all of the tunnels collapse too, or just
No,
the cavern?
That cavern and a bit up into the cave.
Okay,
and
so
into the
we
mine itself
might have the
collapsed.
one set of heads that we could get.
Well,
I'm not going to go after them. I'm keeping track of you guys.
Yeah, well, after we heal up a little bit, if we want to stick around for a few hours, I do have the ability to kind of move the earth a bit. We might be able to, if we take a few hours, I might be able to get 1 or 2 of them.
That's the whole thing. If they've been crushed, by the time you get to it, it's too late. That's not a problem. It's a fair trade-off.
Yeah.
Okay, after that 10 minutes, 27 points of healing to everyone.
Cool.
Okay.
We love you, Sorka.
I'm back at full health.
Yeah, same.
Okay. Oh. All right.
Yeah, just 4 shy of full health.
I give Sorka a very deep bow. You truly are our lifesaver.
Okay.
Well,
So,
that was fun.
Yeah, you guys managed out of that one by the skin of your teeth.
That was.
I didn't expect the battle to go that quickly, but I'm okay with it. I didn't plan. Yeah, her life was measured in rounds.
I don't know what happened with that last spell, but that was that was some power.
Tala looks up at you and with like a look of fear in his eyes.
I have no
By the
idea
way,
what's
Tala,
going on.
you did an amazing job helping us get our two compatriots out.
I pull out one of my flasks. Whiskey, anybody?
Yeah, sure, I'll take.
Tala slowly raises his head.
I take a quick sip and I pass it off to Tala first.
Giving child booze. Let's do this.
You earned it. I think
we should also celebrate. I think this is the first combat that Tala has made it through entirely without going down.
You're growing up, boy.
Yeah.
We'll make a night out of you yet.
Well, If everybody's good, I'm going to go quickly scout back in and see if there's anything that can be recovered.
You do that, I'll keep watch over them out here.
That would be appreciated. You too, Tala, you'll keep watch?
Yes, milady. And at that moment, like, he just drops to the ground, sitting, just panting heavily. Also, Gavin, sorry, Dio, you feel like after this adrenaline has faded and the healing hits, you just feel a wave of exhaustion rush over you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're pretty sure that exertion of that spell, which I believe was one spell over your spell limit, right?
No.
Oh. So you just...
No,
yeah,
it's
you
just
use
I
that
was
as-
utilizing it in a way that it's not meant to.
And also utilizing it outside of... Well, no, that would be within turn order range. Turn order range. Right? You can use it as a reaction?
Well, yeah, it's a reaction. I was just utilizing it to a broader scope than it is.
Right. You're making it
Normally
more...
used.
You're making the shield more corporeal than it normally would be.
Yes.
So, yeah, that would still be a strain on you.
I also burned a second level slot instead of the normal first, just to make it make sense.
Yeah, and... Yeah, as a note, just a reminder to all of you who are casters, so the entire goddamn party, you can go over your spell limit, but you will have to make a con save for whether or not you take the exhaustion now or later, and you will take one level of exhaustion per level of spell.
So you can literally kill yourself.
Using
Yes.
magic, yes.
Yes. Okay.
You can. It's also it's a way of making sense on that. The higher levels you get, there's technically two savings, two stacks on DC. First stack is whether you take the exhaustion or not, and the second one is like, do you take the exhaustion now or later, and can you cut the exhaustion in half?
Mm-hmm. So, quick question for you then, because all my spells are only first level. Can I upcast them using that, even though I don't have the slots?
Not yet,
Okay.
but you can burn out of your own energy to cast spells.
Okay. Because yeah, that's the biggest thing with a lot of my like Hail of Thorns and Ensnaring Strikes. They have extra per level.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and first point of exhaustion's not bad. It's just disadvantage on ability checks.
Yes, and we're likely going to be heading back after I'm done checking
Yes.
things out here.
There is the chance that things could happen, but it's fairly low. Are we wanting to take a break now, or do we want to press on for a little bit?
I'm good either way. The first thing I want to do is just check the cavern to see if any heads were recoverable. And then after that, I don't know, what does anybody else want to do?
I think Jade means bio break. Does anybody need? I'm good
Yeah.
currently, but
All right, so yeah, we'll go on for a little bit longer then. So, give me your investigation, Justice.
I am so glad I have that at expertise. How's a 23 sound?
It sounds like you found the ones that you had, the three that you found earlier, and that cave is crushed in up to about 40 feet down from where you found those second set.
Okay. So we
So,
got 3
It-
heads for poison extraction.
yeah. If you, as you're doing that, I remember something as I'm up top, and I point down into the tunnels, roughly where Justice is, and you hear in your head, If you find any, drag them back up, and I can help extract the poison.
Oh, I fully intend to. I do not do the extraction. I'm very bad at it. So
The fact that you got the extraction the first time is the lucky fucking draw.
yes.
Because it is 2 rolls.
Hmm. So yeah, I will. I do recall that. Okay, we've got a budding alchemist here, so definitely give you
Alright.
some practice at that. Some potentially non-lethal practice at that.
Alright, first thing I'm going to need is a Arcana check.
From
Whoever is from either one of you,
you're likely better at it than I am, because you're at least half trained. I am not.
I'm proficient in Arcana.
Oh, even better.
Oh, good rolls. Because disadvantage. Arcana 16.
16. Alright. So you are able to determine that out of... I'm going to do 1 roll for all 3.
Yeah.
The things you're able to get are... Did you only bring back the head? Or did you bring
I
back
made
the
sure
whole...
that it was low enough here that there's guarantee no affecting any of the poison sacs.
Alright, so... there's still enough blood to where you could extract vials of blood. It still has its eyes, its brain, its tongue, and those poison sacs. You can extract 1 thing per head.
Okay. Well, me personally, I'm looking at the poison. A paralytic poison is very useful.
Yeah, so...
Dio, do you know what the other components could be useful for?
I don't know. What kind of roll would I have to make to...
Arcana or history. It'll be a straight roll because you've recently been studying this. So it would be disadvantage, but you have advantage, so...
Alright, Arcana it is. 22.
Nice.
22. Brain makes it... if you use the brain, you can actually make a poison of dominate carrion crawlers. It'll be a one dose usage of it. Eyes can give you a scrying on carrion crawlers. It'll let you... You can basically use it to ping out for a short time to be able to sense where carrion crawlers are. The blood can be used with arrows or a sword to make a weapon of carrion wounding. The tongue can be used for speak with carrion crawlers, or you can extract the poison.
And that will... The poison makes a paralytic. I can turn it into something paralytic
Correct.
for anyone.
Correct. Admittedly,
Yeah.
these things are... the ability stuff is strictly to that creature.
Mm-hmm.
Though I would, because of how my campaign is currently set up, I would let it be used on large monstrosities, like for that Bane.
Yeah,
The ping might be useful for the next mine.
So extract the venom from 2 and
Yeah.
get the eyes from the other.
That would be the blood.
The blood.
The blood is the ping.
Oh, the ping or the
Ping.
ping? Yes, the eyes.
Yeah.
So that'll be a survival check per thing that you're trying to get.
Survival.
Survival.
That'll work.
Can I help on the survival, considering
you
I am
can.
proficient?
Yes, you can, which means it'll be a straight roll on you.
All right.
Or
So
if you want to go the survival the other way around,
Which would give me advantage.
Yeah. What's
And
your
I've got
survival?
+6.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage.
Okay.
All you need to
So-
do is have 2 people.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm helping you. Like, these are what I need from each of these to create something.
Okay. So then I take out a nice sharp knife, make sure there's no burrs or anything on it.
I'm holding vials and
Yep.
moving it where you need me to.
Okay, so first one poison.
First one poison.
Okay, that is a 16.
16. Roll me a D3.
D3. 2.
2 vials.
Okay. So 2 vials of poison.
1 vial is useful for 1 attempted batch, and we'll go
Yeah.
over that later.
Okay.
I need to figure out how I'm going to do those numbers.
Okay,
Probably.
the ping.
Going for the eyes next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Natural 20.
You get the eyes out perfectly.
Okay. So that's 2 eyes.
That is 2 eyes.
Okay, and now the last poison. Oh, yes, another natural 20.
Roll me a D6.
D6 or 2D3? Because I actually do have 3-sided dice.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, let's do 2D3.
4.
So that is 6 vials that you're able to get out of the one.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so we have 8 total.
Yes, 8 vials
Okay.
total.
Nice. Okay, that worked out beautifully.
It did. Those were some good fucking rolls. So when it comes to crafting and stuff like this, that's basically what it is. And then when you do the crafting later on, you need one person to do the Arcana check and one person to do the brewing check.
Brewing would
it
be
can-
what?
The alchemy stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
alchemist check, which can be done off of intelligence.
So that
or
would still be you.
Wisdom. It can be 2 people, or 1 person can do it both. You just have to have someone there to inhue the magic that you need. This goes for all things in the future, including when you guys start figuring out how to do the thing that hasn't been done in a while.
Okay.
Because that's the thing that's going to happen, is you're going to be able to learn how to do the thing that hasn't been done in years. No, not just that. Scrolls. The art of making scrolls.
None of us are wizards.
But
No,
you can, but you do have people
healings.
that can pull it off.
Yeah.
All you need
Speaking
is
of
a
which, we have
scribe.
that wizard that needs to be converted over to our side.
Eventually.
When they show up,
Speaking of, so we have no idea when they show up, right?
not currently.
You
know that they landed in a
J-
town.
Just real quick, that amulet was basically tongues, right? Lets me understand and communicate. If or whoever attunes to it can understand and communicate with basically anyone.
Yes.
I know that we're going to use this to try and entice the wizard. Would anyone be offended if I attune to this?
You seem to be the one speaking for us, so it would be most logical for you to have it.
But if anyone else wants it, I'm offering. But it might be temporary because we might be giving it to the wizard to convince them to stay.
Okay, well,
Well,
no
So-
objections.
Sporka, Wells, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I have no
Um,
need to have anything like that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, should we start heading back to the manor? Or should we camp here? Or go to another mine?
I do not think going to another mine would be wise at this stage unless we can all rest up. Do we have supplies to stay out here for a trip to another mine? Where is the next mine, by the way, DM?
According to the maps that you have, this is the only mine in the area. The next one is much farther north.
Okay, so then we may as well head back.
Back to the manor.
Yes, keeping the proof of the carrion crawlers just to...
You have the
Show-
mangled heads. If you
Yeah,
take them
that's
with
that's
you.
what I mean. And it's basically, this is going to be used to show that yes, we did remove the threat from this mine, and we need miners to go up there, and we need guards for the miners in case something else decides to
Yeah,
invade.
they're gonna have some work ahead of them with that collapse.
If that collapse, did that stop the branch that was going in the other direction?
So that branch that I had mentioned,
Mhm.
that was within that cavern.
Yeah.
To the best of your knowledge, it could still be there. It might have collapsed in. That collapse that you ran away from collapsed upwards of like 100 feet to 200 feet up.
So then it would be wiser for them. And at the T intersection, so we have the one going up and then the one going down. We went to the one going down, right? That's where the carrion crawlers were.
Yes, but
Okay.
that particular down
Is gone at the moment.
is now gone
Yeah.
at the moment.
Yes. So
And
then
that
they
up
can go
might be
clear.
there?
Yeah, and they might be able to clear out that
Yeah.
direction, but it would be potentially more hazardous than just
That
creating a new branch. But that's their issue, not ours.
yeah, that's not. I'm not getting into that. So let's begin the travel back.
All
What
right.
time of day is it?
It is late afternoon.
Late afternoon, and we're 2 days from the manor.
Roughly 2 days.
Okay, so then let's go till dark. We'll make camp. I can do some hunting,
Okay.
and
We still have the magical tent too, so we can camp in comfort.
sounds good to me.
Someone roll me a d20.
Okay.
And thanks to Dionysus, I have changed how I'm doing these kinds of rolls.
11.
11. All right. Your trip back to the manor is reasonably comfortable. As comfortable as it is trekking through the fucking...
So in other words, for me, comfortable.
Yeah. For you, comfortable. For everyone else, it's... When you get to the manor, you notice that there is a small cart that is parked outside. And there is a 2 donkeys that are currently in the stable area.
Looks like we have a guest.
And with that, I'm actually going to call us for a bio real quick. Because I am about 1.5 of my cups of coffee in. So let's shoot for 10.
Sounds good.
Alright. We'll see you all in roughly 10. Hello everyone. Got my mics and sounds turned back on. Greetings. Welcome back. So, you guys just finished getting back to the manor, and you see a cart. And it's not a fancy looking cart. And
More than likely supplies.
That was weird. What was it?
Is there anyone by the cart?
nope. The mules are in the stabling area.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Oh, it's a key.
Let's go see who our guest is.
Oh no. Oh,
Someone roll me a.
yeah.
Actually, going off of the directioning, which entrance do you go through? Which side of the building?
Well, if we see the cart, I would assume we're going to be going in along that direction, that side of the building.
The cart is kind of held towards where the lodge is, but that's also where the the stables are closer towards the tavern-ish area. You guys have a
Tavern.
fairly large complex. Remember?
Check the tavern?
Yep.
Alright, let's go in the tavern.
When you get into the tavern, there's a couple patrons, but yeah, that's mostly it. Is most of the patrons that you're seeing are people that have been working on the manor for the most part.
No one we don't recognize.
No one you don't recognize.
Then the lodge.
I'm just gonna ask one of them. Do you know who came in that cart?
The cart. Oh yeah. Weird fella over in the back wing.
And the back.
How lo-
Out of
How long's
character.
he been here?
Oh.
A couple days?
Couple days. Yeah. By the way, back wing is towards the library wing.
We gotta go visit your library, Sorka.
Good news.
So as you travel through, you're noticing that the work on the manor is almost finished. It's like there's little bits here and there, but they're at the trim phase, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
When you get back to the library area, you do see that there are a couple people that are like minor-ish librarians. Sorka, you do recognize them. They never really gave their names. They just kind of showed up and offered their assistance, and have just been working diligently. Also, there's a lot more books in here than you last remember.
And have any scribes showed up?
In the like middle area where there's a large set of tables, there is a scribe. One person that is just slowly working away. Give me a Arcana check at advantage real quick. Sorka.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You're pretty sure that your tower magically copies books, non-magical books that arrive in its area, that arrive within a fairly large area. Like, most of these books you've seen just, like, scattered through town nearby.
Nice.
Book people are weird.
That's
That
very
is-
exciting.
As a note, that is a function of your library. Is it naturally, magically copies books and puts the copy into your library?
Yeah, you see my eyes like flare with excitement.
Magic nerds.
Oh, speaking on magic nerds, Wells, you haven't done one of these for a little bit. Roll me a d12.
That's magic parasites.
11.
11. All right. So, yeah, the person that is sitting there, they are a like you just see their back, and they're wearing a like tattered cloak, and they're just scribbling away at something. And occasionally you see like their head twitch a little bit, but that's all.
Excuse me, I say to the scribe. Are you the fellow that arrived in that cart out there?
That cart out there. Yes, 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 fucking yes.
Oh, I like
No.
this scribe.
Did this scribe reply using his wording in his tone?
For the first part, yes.
Is this scribe avian?
From this angle, you can't tell.
I go sit down on the other side of the table.
Yes.
Yes.
This
Hey,
scribe
they
is avian.
perfectly reproduce, so
This is gonna be fun. I pull out a sheet of paper and I take out a very nice quill set, and I start attempting to perfectly mimic their handwriting of whatever document they're working on.
Give me an Arcana check.
I'm using my forgery skills.
Oh, I know. Actually, unfortunately, this is going to be a disadvantage for you.
Oh, they're working on something fun. 11.
Unfortunately, you don't seem to be able to mimic them that well.
I just, like, crumple up the paper and light it on fire in my hand and let it just dissolve into ash next to me.
You hear Sorka's voice from this one for just a moment. If I see fire in here I don't want, fuck off.
That is uncanny. I like you.
Sorka, you've probably mentioned that at least once while people were setting up the chandeliers.
Probably.
I'm afraid of you, but I like you. What is your name?
Fucker! They call me that most days.
And what did your parents call you?
You hear a, like, trilling, almost cooing sound. It is not a sound that you're able to recreate.
I like this fucker. Your assistant came in, Sorka. I think they might be more obnoxious than me.
Yay. Nope. I don't think so. They have purpose.
Ooh, damn,
They have
girl.
You
purpose.
wounded me.
And then I'll just wink at Dionysus.
You really have come out of your shell. It's fantastic. I take full responsibility.
Since everything seems to be hunky dory here, I'm gonna go over and head over to the lodge and see how things are going.
When you get to the lodge, you see that there is a couple people that are bunked in where the bunks are.
Okay.
By you see it is there is a where the bunk beds are.
Yeah.
Because it's 3 stacked bunk beds. There are hooks, and you see. Yeah, you got 3 backpacks hanging across 3 different
Okay.
hooks.
Okay, well that's good. Let's check out the rest. I need to make sure that everything is up to snuff.
So far, it's looking good. The main people that you're seeing in the lodge, they don't really look much like your normal hunters. They look just shy of adventurers.
Okay.
And you have a reasonable gaggle of others that are just around in the lodge itself.
So
The
if
lodge
there's
is-
any
the lodge's like visual is very close to like what you could say consider like a longhouse,
Mhm.
and the bunks are one side. You have the main eating area that goes from the from one entrance to the other, and then the other side has prep stations, stuff like that.
Okay. I'm assuming more for weaponry and things like that.
Yep.
Anything that requires dressing, I'm assuming that's going to be on the outside of the building.
Oh yeah.
By the way, I love your mug.
The fact that it's got the polka dots, or the fact of how big it is.
How big it is. I cannot find any more 24-ounce mugs. I've got one. I'm afraid to break it. And can't find any of that size up here. Can't even find it on frickin' Amazon.
I don't think it's
Yeah, I know.
24. I think it's like 20.
Eh,
20,
okay.
Because 24 would would get it right at the top, if not overfill just a little bit.
Yeah, well, that full capacity 24. Yeah. Okay.
Don't trust it.
I've got a 20-ounce one.
Mhm. Yeah, that's about the max that you can get your hands on. So that means you only get 18 ounces in there unless you really want to run the gauntlet.
Living on the edge.
So, does anyone else check their areas while you're running through?
What's Buz's area again? Helping with the
It's pretty much a guild hall.
No.
Yeah, I'll check on it.
There's a handful of people that are working in there already. It's mostly set up as like a bureaucratical office point. This is the place of worship for the guilds. Which is, we do our work to make it so like everyone else's job runs.
Oh, there we go, squirrel. Down that.
So,
at some point I go find Wells and I clap him on the shoulder. How's the bloodlust today?
I say for
You feeling like stabbing me at the moment?
no, I think I'm good with
Excellent.
how with what we in the cabin.
Perfect. How in touch are you with the arcane or just like nature?
Honestly, not really that in touch with it.
Do you want to be my assistant anyway? I might as well start using those ingredients we just picked up. Make some.
You mean the ones that I have?
Well, the vials.
Yes.
Let's go grab Justice and let's go have some fun. Sorka's likely to sabotage me. She still seems a little annoyed.
Don't really blame her.
Neither do I, to be fair, but
Speaking of Sorka, do you sit down and talk with your new assistant at all?
Yeah, I would. And then I would also talk to the librarians and just make sure that like everyone has what they need and everyone's being taken care of. And
Yeah, the librarians are. Give me a. Give me an insight on the
I want to play.
on your librarians.
16.
All right, you do have only 2 librarians that you've seen, but you've heard that there are more in the area. But it looks like they work in shifts. They seem happy, pleased to work here. Give me an investigation as well.
19.
19. You've only seen these 2, but they seem to be acting differently today.
Okay.
One is more masculine looking, the other one is more feminine looking. Humans. The more masculine one seems to be distant, which was unlike what you dealt with last time that you dealt with him. And the feminine one is very clumsy comparatively to last time that you saw her work. Like in the time span that you've been there, she's dropped the same book 3 times.
There's something I should know about.
No, I'm fine. Just a bit of a klutz today, I guess.
Okay, well maybe you need some rest.
Maybe. Probably be back down in a little bit, and the head's off.
Time for you to eat, mister.
All right. So the lot of you, most of you, converge on Justice. Justice, are you still in the lodge?
Yep.
All right.
Just listening in on what's going on and
Give me a investigation. No, not investigation. Perception. Just straight up perception.
Straight perception.
Thou art listening.
26.
26. You hear a couple of the people, a couple of the people that are in the area kind of complaining over the fact of how many large creatures they've taken down recently.
Why is that a complaint? Okay. So I'm going to approach. What is this about large creatures? Sorry, I couldn't help overhearing.
Oh, nothing. No problem at all. The large creature issue, it's the amount of them that has been in the area has gone up.
Yes, we've heard that it seems dire creatures are on the rise in the area.
Dire, large. Something just doesn't feel right.
Yes. Okay.
It's, I don't know, the water just doesn't taste good and the leaves fall weird.
Okay. Fall weird.
As a note, the person that you are talking to is a wood elf.
Okay.
My monsters are
This is not the first time that you've heard a wood elf refer to just like natural, normal things that you would see as a day-to-day in a interesting manner that is represented by plants.
So kind of like the centaurs from Harry Potter, but instead of stars oriented, nature oriented.
Yeah. Give me a. That'll be a good one for that. Insight or investigation?
Insight, investigation. Okay. +6 or +7, whichever one I want. Let's go with investigation. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Water doesn't taste good means that there's whatever's going on has left a bad taste in their mouth. And leaves falling weird means that what they expect isn't happening. You expect to find X, you find Y. You plan for Y, you get 7.
Okay.
You prepare for 7, and you get a rhomboid? What the?
Gotcha. Yep. Yes. We'd heard rumors. There's a list of things that need to be attended to, and this is definitely on that list. The fact that it's getting more severe will likely push it up a bit more on the list. I may have to get a hunting party going out to discover what's going on. What's the source of all these oddities?
We come in at that moment, and I just
And
go,
speaking of oddities,
yeah, indeed. But I think it might be a deeper problem that perhaps one of those guests that's arriving can give us some insight on,
yes.
or at least some direction.
Actually, you know, we might already have a guest that could give us some idea. She went to explore further in the swamp. Yes.
We'll consult with some people and get back to you on it.
Anyways, I'm assuming you come here for me?
Yeah, there's an absolute travesty of something going on, and that's the fact that I haven't refined those poisons yet.
Yes, that is a travesty. So let us get on this.
So I was gonna see if you and Wells wanted to assist me in creating some caustic substances.
Well, I don't know about caustic, just persuasive, I think would be the better term.
As a note, if you start doing this process, it's going to take your character a couple days to make this through.
Well, do we have anything pressing in town to get back to? We're kind of letting them figure shit out for a little bit.
Well, I'd like to get the mines up and running as quickly as possible. I guess we could send a runner to whoever's in charge of the mining guild and have a chat with them, either here or there.
And get some of the Orcish tribe to act as guards.
Yes, very much so. Would that require us to be there, or could we just send a runner to someone on the council to see if they can get the necessary people up here?
Let's just send a message to Hagla.
Sounds good. Okay. Then the only other thing is what's going on with the large occurrence of larger and dire creatures around here. Seems to be not an isolated incident, and it's definitely affecting how the world works, it seems. This gentle elf here was explaining that to me.
Well, all the more reason to have those persuasive substances, yes.
Yes, very much so. Okay. So then, unless maybe we should check with Sorka, see if there's anything that she needs done before we decide to commit to a couple of days process.
All right, back to the library.
Okay. So,
as soon as I'm in the doors of the library, I just shout out, Sorka!
And you hear from the stacks, fuck you.
There she is.
And then
and
then
an echo.
immediately from a different area of the stacks, you hear it again.
And there they are. Keep up the good work, fucker!
Roll me a investigation.
16.
16. All right, you are able to figure out which one is the proper one. Because you have the strong feeling that within this short time, that is kind of what she's already taught the Kenku.
That was the first thing Sorka taught the Kenku was, if you hear Dionysus, just say, fuck you. There's a special kind of tone in Sorka's voice, though, that just lets me identify it's her.
So you are able to
Sorka.
find him.
Sorka, my dear, are you okay with spending a couple days here? I want to play around with the venom that we got.
Yeah, I have plenty to keep me busy.
Anything weird going on?
Define weird.
Weirder
An
than
everyday
me.
occurrence around us.
Oh, nothing weirder than you.
Okay. Perfect. So I'm gonna go try not to kill myself, and these two are going to watch.
And
Well,
laugh.
have fun. Hopefully you at least get scorched a little bit.
Oh, that's a guarantee.
All right, give me your rolls.
Okay. You're doing what? Either Arcana or Nature?
You have to do Arcana first, and then you have to do Brewing. 1 second. There's actually a particular version of this that I was going to use. Let's see here.
Well,
Where is
I'm
Give me
helping
2
where I
seconds,
can.
okay?
Okay, so that's only int. Got it.
Int is definitely not a focus of my skills. That being said, though, I think I'm definitely going to be paying attention because I think being a ranger, I think I should really start paying more attention to the nature around me.
I'm actually going to be using that range as a like study. There's a doc that I'm using that is gonna kind of help me on figuring it out
Yep.
to make it a little bit more understandable. We good?
Yeah, sorry, children noises that weren't supposed to be happening.
We good?
Yeah, he was getting in the fridge and then fell. But
Okay.
okay, so what's going on? What do I got to roll?
So first is going to be a Arcana check, and then your tools are going to go off of intelligence,
Not wisdom.
not wisdom. I'm using a chart that it's not my chart, but it's a very, very in-depth version of a chart. So
That's fine. All right, and I'm
for those
'Cause
watching
I've got
that understand what I'm
assistance.
saying on this, it's the DA chart.
Since I've got assistance, I've got advantage on these rolls, right?
You get assistance for the Arcana,
Okay.
but the person who, but the only
That's
way to get
fine.
assistance for the
Is if they're
Alchemist
proficient too.
is if
Yeah.
they're proficient too.
All right, so the Arcana, that is a 24.
All right, so you have that. It does modify your requirements for your first batch.
So I'm trying to use most of the vials to create. Justice, you want a contact poison, correct?
Correct.
So for the majority of them, I want to do contact poison, though I want to try and alter one to be a consumable poison. One vial.
Okay.
So for the contact poison, making a roll here, right?
Yep. Intelligence plus proficiency, because you are proficient with your tools.
That is a 23.
Nice.
How many
Natural
vials do you
19.
have?
We have 8 total. I want to use 7 for contact poison
7. Roll me.
in my larger one.
This is gonna be a weird fucking thing, but roll me 73.
Want me to do that?
I just gonna
Okay.
dice. All right, custom 3. 7 of them.
7 of them.
14.
That's how many doses you got.
Nice.
I just go ahead and pass all of those over to Justice. Distribute those as you will.
Very much so. Thank you. Quite appreciated.
For the last one, you're going to have to start the process all over again. Give me an Arcana check.
Dirty 20.
All right, you're pretty sure you're confident in knowing how to make this a consumable. Now let's see if you can actually do it.
Alchemists. That is a 19.
Roll me a d3.
Three.
You have 3 vials. Oh, 3
Yeah.
3 portions.
Doses.
Yeah, 3
Yeah.
doses.
Excellent. And the eyes.
Give me that Arcana.
That one is only a 17.
All right. Now give me your tool check.
21. My dice are fucking like. This is
Yeah.
weird.
This is a good day for you.
Roll me D4.
That is a 4.
Do I need to come check your fucking dice?
Come look.
Every time I fucking come look, it's on record of like, yeah, it's showing perfectly fine, didn't fuck with it. But fuck your dice. Fuck your dice, man.
So this is a monstrosity ping, right? Not just carrion crawler.
Not just carrying crawler.
Okay.
Monstrosity.
That's
So-
going to be useful because if I remember correctly, dark creatures might be in that scale.
And
It depends
you have,
on which one.
You have 4. That ping lasts for a minute.
What's the range?
What is the average range before forest? Before favorite terrain of the favorite animal thing from Rangers?
1 mile.
Half a mile. No, quarter mile. I'll give it a quarter mile.
Within a quarter mile for a
Within
minute?
quarter mile.
Wow,
4
that's
minutes.
short. Okay.
Well,
It's better than nothing.
that'll tell us where groupings are nearby.
And if you ping and it's like, by the way, there's sun hidden right over there. Oh shit!
Well, if they're right over there, then I will know.
Fireball.
Remember, I've got the Iron Stone of awareness.
It means that you can't be surprised.
Yeah.
Which means right before they attack.
Hmm.
If they're just nested right over there, that's not a ping for your stone.
Doesn't set off the spidey sense.
Nope. But you can forcibly spidey sense. Essentially, you're doing the Assassin's Creed bullshit.
The Assassin's Creed bullshit? Sorry. It's been way too long since I played any of them.
Yeah, the newer ones, you can actually, like, just basically do that. It's like an echolocation bullshit.
Oh, gods. Yeah, that is bullshit.
Admittedly, though, it doesn't necessarily help you if you get in over your head. Like I do.
If you're in over your head, climb the highest tower and jump.
Hopefully that'll fix everything. The newer games are not as kind, and I love it. Anyways.
After, having my assistants, run around grabbing shit and everything, I eventually emerge, coughing and, because inhaled a little bit of poison, working over the cauldron for so long.
This is a process that has taken you several days.
Yeah.
And right when you're coming out, you see Tala walk up. And he is looking... He has a look of concern on his face.
Everything okay, Tala?
There is a man here to see the council.
Okay. Where'd you direct him to?
Currently, he is sitting in the tavern.
Perfect, I need a drink. Let's go round up Sorka.
Sorka, before these people even before any of the rest of the group shows up, About a day ago, you got a massive influx of books. They're all like small, and the shelving basically stacks 3 tall in a lot of those areas, as just like little books just flood an entire row.
Okay. I'll just pull one of them out to see, like, basically what they might contain.
It's a journal.
Okay. I'm not going to take the time to, like, read them. Actually, are they numbered?
The dates are, kind of. You don't really recognize the pattern that is on the that is in the corners.
Okay, I'll just try and find, like, the most recent one. And kind of just, like, skim it.
Give me a history check at advantage. If I'm correct, you're proficient in history, right?
I am.
Good. Because that's what I use for, like, reading books and shit. History and Arcana are book reading.
16.
16. Arrived in the city. Apparently, I have to travel more. It better be worth my time. That's the most that you get out of it.
Okay. And then I'll just slide it back onto the shelf.
All right.
You hear the doors burst open. Hi, fucker!
The companion, Kenkoot is currently in bed. They appear to be more of a nocturnal worker.
Shit, fucker's not around. Sorka's probably hiding from me.
The male librarian walks up. Need any help with anything?
Yeah, where's Sorka?
Can you give me an intelligence saving throw?
Yep. Intelligence save? That is an 8. I fail.
I'm gonna like hold back on the amount of damage. I just want to give him a headache.
1 point of damage. Got it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll let you if you're trying to just lowball it with just 1 ping.
Yeah, like I just like I'm not like actually wanting to do any damage. I just want to like actually kind of sneak up behind him and give him a headache and be like, I'm right behind you.
I deserved that.
Sorka, give me a investigation real quick.
$13.
13. The guy today is acting like a bit more gruff of a way that you've noticed him before. A little bit like he's emulating the bad day that the woman had a couple days ago. And he's dropped books consistently today.
Are you sure you're both okay? Do you need to rest today?
No, I'm okay.
Can I insight whatever the fuck's going on here?
You can try.
18.
18. Okay, give me a investigation at advantage. Because that really high insight.
I'm so glad for that advantage. I got the two ends of the spectrum. I got a natural 1 and a natural 20. For 24.
24. Alright, you've heard a very particular thing that goes on occasionally, and
In this break, let's hear about our sponsors. We don't have sponsors. We're not special yet.
No, well, we're special, just not that kind of special.
Not the right type of special. I want to start printing a bunch of terrain so that we can have Jade set up.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You also know that they're not dangerous. That this is just like
No,
this is what they do. This is it. This is what they do. There was one shop that you've been to in Sandera that the shop owner, you figured it out.
Cool.
You started having preferred days.
Interesting.
Very.
I just...
You're also noticing that this explains your barkeep.
Very interesting.
it's good in the back.
I'm going to be writing some notes in a little bit.
Okay. Anyways.
So you came and disrupted my library again. What is it that you want?
Apparently we have a meeting. Somebody came looking for us. Anything weird happen?
Define weird.
I didn't die.
That's not
Or
weird.
get very, very heavily infused in anything of his alchemy. It's actually rather boring.
Oh, I'm glad I missed it then.
Okay. Well, yeah, so Tala just informed us that somebody wants to meet with all of us. Don't know who they are. But
Okay.
they're in the tavern.
Do you head off to the tavern?
Oops.
When you get to the tavern, it's a little bit quieter than usual. But at one of the at the table that's right near the fireplace, which is where you guys have set up your main meeting table, there is a very old elf. Like, this man has silver hair and a full goatee. elf, sitting, playing solitaire. He has a long coat that is hung over the back of his chair, and on his lapel is... on the lapel of his coat, there is a flower. A
Type
marigold.
of flower.
Golden rose,
A marigold.
marigold.
Like the ones that we received in our
Like the
letters.
petals that you received, like the petals you received in your letters. And this man is playing solitaire at one of your...
I call out in Elven. I think we received your note.
And before done, he replies, I would hope so.
I switch back over. What can we do to help you?
I think it's less of me, of you helping me, and more of me helping you.
Well, it's strange because I'm not sure where you originate from. I don't think we've requested aid. What aid do you think you can provide? Apologies. Though I'm sure you already know, I'm Dionysus. And, what shall we call you?
You can call me... Leo.
What are you doing here, Leo?
Words through the winds says that the territories are gaining independence.
What?
That's no secret.
It may not be a secret, but it is unusual. You see, the territories always worked with the other lands as a beneficial system. The fact that you are changing this system is cause for investigation.
See, the problem is the old system was not, certainly was beneficial to certain parties, but not to the people who lived here.
Oh, the systems break down when they're not in place. But when I heard that someone not only came in and fixed a problem that I was unhappy with, but then turned and started looking for other outlets, this caught my attention.
Except your note came before we'd made many decisions. It's curious. What interest do you have here?
Same interest that most barons have when coming to call upon my aid. My interest here is to protect the people without sacrificing their own lives.
Admirable goal.
One would
How do you
hope.
and how do you propose that gets accomplished?
Oh, simple. Buy a game of cards. I've been conscripted for a long time for a unwanted reputation. And the thought that this could be fixed is in my best interest.
Fixing your reputation?
Yes.
What reputation is that? Have I heard of any like strange elven person named Leo?
Give me a history check at just straight history check.
18.
18. You know of one elf that is referred to as Leodana. Leodana the Cardsmith. Also known in your history as Leodana the Architect of War. Believed to have died and was the last known wizard of elven bloodline living in Hordun.
And is this a normal card game or
Is the suspect to hide my
What kind of card game is normal nowadays? This is a card game for the barons, if that is what you wish to ask.
Oh.
I don't know, what do you guys think? Should we play a round of cards?
It might be worth our while.
Note, Wells, this man reeks of magic.
Not exactly surprising.
Not surprising, but the way that he reeks of magic is a degree you haven't come across before.
Hey, give me here. Whoa. What?
You know me, I feel pretty lucky. What are the rules of this card game?
It's actually fairly simple. You sit. We talk. As we talk, the cards will be dealt and played. Your goal,
I get out of that.
simply enough, is to survive to the end of the game. If you have more cards in your possession, then the pile that we will call your enemy, then you win. So what
And
they
if
say.
we lose,
Then I believe that my trip will have been for nothing. Which would be a shame.
must all of us play or just one?
All of you must play. For all of you would be in play.
You have a reputation. I'm curious. I like games. The rest of you down?
Well, it could be interesting. There's quite the enigma here.
If worst comes to worst, we drain the treasury and run.
I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'd rather not have to run again.
Well, same, but practicality.
And there's really something off about this one.
Oh, most definitely.
So,
They go five.
are we to play?
Sorka?
I call for a round of drinks and I sit down.
I guess so.
Now, do we all have to win, or just the majority?
It is all of you.
It's a team thing.
Yep.
Okay. Well then, let us sit, let us drink, let us play cards, and let us discuss.
As a note, this game will be unpleasant in areas for some.
Well, most of life is.
You must all trust each other in order to win. Do you think that
Okay,
you
we-
can obtain this goal?
I think we've developed a heavy sense of trust between us over the past months.
Would you all agree to that?
I agree that we have overcome a number of challenges already based on the trust we have of each other's skills and abilities to interpret a situation. So, if based on that, then yes, we stand a good chance of getting through this.
He then looks to Wells. Do you agree to this?
Yes.
He then looks to Sorka. Would you agree to this?
I would agree.
I knew you secretly liked me.
Don't push it.
She trusts you to do the right thing. Doesn't mean she necessarily trusts you.
Oh, she trusts that I'm going to get us into some bullshit, but that we'll all survive, most likely.
So, you all trust each other that you will come out combined and connected. That you will be able to overcome things no matter the odds. Good. Now, do you believe that you could, if required, share the darkness that each of you holds? That thing that keeps others away.
One does what one must to survive and to better.
I kind of quickly glance at Wells and I go, I think we're establishing that.
Without darkness, there is no light.
And apparently I'm no stranger to the dark.
I don't think any of us are. The flavor of it might change, but I think we all are sufficiently familiar with darkness to see it in others and to do our best with what we have.
Do you believe that you have the strength of the people to continue forward on this endeavor?
If you mean bringing this territory up to par with others to enhance the life of those here, from commoner to noble, yes.
Unless I've read the situation wrong, we've made solid inroads with the people. We have improved, or at least taken the steps to address the biggest concerns that were dividing some of the people.
And we've put our own lives on the line for these people.
Unless any of you have heard otherwise, the representatives of the people are optimistic in the continued strength of these people.
To those that follow the politics, the goings on of how you established any foothold here, that is not hidden. Do you believe that you have the strength of, at very least, character to do what is necessary, no matter what, to protect your people?
As I said before, we have put our own lives on the line, as well as our own teammates' lives on the line, to achieve a goal to help the people here prosper.
Keep it
I may
in-
like to work in the shadows, but I have a more strong moral character, and I don't associate myself with those that don't have a particular drive within them. Everyone at this table has a very strong force of will for what they believe in.
Would you all be willing to stand together or alone with the Belladrogs?
Get the one. That's the one.
Of what region?
Any.
I'll pick you up. Come here.
There are useful allies, but
I'm not speaking of allies.
Come on.
Standing shoulder to shoulder
Hmm.
in fights. Would you believe yourself willing to stand on the same field as them?
depends on the reason.
The reason everyone knows. The reason that everything has been moving to today. The reason that the ships move, that the iron flows, that the money turns, that the stockholds grow.
So you're saying war is coming, and we must choose sides.
War is coming. Will you be a side?
Eventually. Our current strength is new, but we don't plan on slacking off. But as of right now, we don't stand on the same. We are trying to represent people and make them stronger and make ourselves stronger to protect this region. But, and I'm not particularly young, nor am I particularly old. Older than most of this group, but I am still quite young compared to yourself and the rulers of these various areas. Comparing us is like comparing apples to oranges. We have yet to fully establish a foothold. Do we plan to protect this region and what is ours? Absolutely. And if war comes to our shores, we will defend ourselves.
If we are called to aid a group that we feel is in the right,
Perhaps.
we will do what we can. Up to this point, the only representative that I have encountered of the Belladrox has proven to be a positive enigma. Too much of an enigma for me to say one way or the other whether they represent what I stand for, or at least close enough that it would be beneficial to stand with them. I don't know of the others. I am one of the newer members of this group. If they've had other dealings with the Belladrox, that is unknown to me.
And to the two of you? He motions to Sorka and Wells.
Politics really isn't my thing.
But would you be willing to stand on their field? If it is for people that you have sworn yourself to.
I am loyal that deserve my loyalty. So if they have shown themselves to be deserving, then yes.
And you?
Hello. Hello, Spudula.
If it means, um, yeah, being able to help those that I feel are in the right and that do want to do good, I'll be willing to stand with.
Hello. And go back.
The big question of all,
Go.
if other territories came to you
The true crime.
and bowed a knee, even if it meant that they would be put in the eyes of those that had looked over them before,
Yes.
would you take them in?
If they traveled here and they are okay with the way things are established and the way our expectations, then yes. This land has lost a lot and needs to gain more manpower to increase in prosperity. Much has been damaged in the recent times of this territory, but we can't overlook any areas outside of this region now. So if they come here and they agree to follow our rules and acknowledge that discrimination is not allowed and that we all work as one people, then I'm fine with it.
As am I.
Now we go.
If a representative, a owner of house over a territory, came to you and wished to ally themselves under you to take your banner, what say you?
I'd say this sounds more like an interview, and
This.
it would take some discussions to iron everything out, but I'm amenable to that situation.
Again, dependent on whether that individual is willing to follow our example, willing to follow our strictures. Yes, I would be amenable as well to have that discussion in length.
And you, sir?
Yes, the same as well.
And ma'am?
Yes, I suppose.
You are able to speak your mind of your own accord. If you do not agree with them, by all means be honest.
I agree with them. I just am cautious and want to be sure that no one is harmed.
And I think I can say as well that we would not want to be led astray. That would be very detrimental to any who try that.
I would also like to point out that any current governing bodies of any said territories that may be interested in allying under our banner, giving themselves to our banner, they could be considered for the advisory council, but they would not be on the same decision-making level as any of us. But power structures and the infighting that happens within has no place here.
The people of this area are incredibly important to us.
We will not allow this territory to suffer again as long as we are here. And if the politics of others are involved, we will do our best to keep those politics outside of our borders.
Would you be willing to raise an army when war comes?
We need to.
We've already started the preparations for it.
Here he goes.
As of now, it's a matter of consolidating. The vast majority are nearby, but there are other people amongst the territory, and we need to bring a little bit more unity. But it's in the works. We know that we are in a precarious position, though we are making strategic alliances with those that can help to give us the time necessary.
Last round.
Oh gosh.
When war comes, where will you be fighting from? Here or in the thick?
I fucking hate offices and paperwork.
Oh god.
I solve everything with action.
Stretch them up.
Yes,
Do this.
we would lead our forces wherever we felt they would do the best.
We're not going to leave our people to the wolves.
To be honest, we'll probably be in the most dangerous front.
Uh-oh. Wait.
And you, sir?
Well, we know where you'll be.
Yes, I would be in the thick of it, fighting for the people of the Yanks.
Fine. This. I'm here. Wait.
I do believe that you win.
There. There.
Now
X.
comes the biggest game of all. He takes the deck, and as he pulls his hand over the top, the backs change from a fairly neutral card to a onyx black card. with the outline of a set in silver.
Do you need to borrow? Do you need to borrow one of my props?
Do you have a deck
No.
I do have a deck.
with a onyx black deck with the
The back
Nightshade.
isn't quite that, but it has many things.
no
I'm assuming the
No.
silver inline is of a flower.
of a flower,
Yeah.
and that flower
Is a nightshade.
is a nightshade.
I like it.
Very much so.
And he reaches out his hand, and as he sets the deck down and picks it up, a full deck is left in its place. And he leaves 5 of those.
We each get a deck?
Yes.
Oh, those.
Yes.
Those.
Mm-hmm.
Those decks.
Be warned, these are the first decks that I have produced in quite a while. And these are to be used cautiously. These are not frivolous tools. These start of something much greater. The next question then is
I like.
a much darker and much more powerful question. Are the territories hear what you are doing, and what you are about to consider to have done? Will you take them? Under your banner to protect them from those that they will upset?
As long as they are working for the greater good of everyone in the region, and discrimination is abolished. We have set very strict rules, laws in place for what. We have no room for that. This area and those that have been ostracized or anything else from other baronies, or at least just not joined any because they don't align with their agreements. Well, there's strength in numbers. We would welcome more hands. Advancements could happen. Prosperity would grow, but not at the expense of anyone else within our lands. And if they abide by that, then we'll welcome them. But if they come thinking to take advantage of us or the people already under our banner, we will turn them away, by force if necessary.
Got you, little one. Now I have a Bakugan.
So,
The cheapest one. Bakugan. Bakugan. Bakugan.
I am planning on renouncing my alliance.
Bakugan.
And I wish to ask for aid. The
Who's
only
your-
aid- the only aid I am truly looking at is sanctuary for myself for a moon, and to leave someone here afterwards.
Well, you have a particular set of skills. So you're, again, if you abide, you're welcome for as long as you like. Who's your alliance with? Who are we pissing off?
The Red Lotus.
Bakugan.
Oh,
Bakugan. Whoa.
that's curious.
That Bakugan.
I hope you don't mind that we don't want to. We can do this, but I also don't want to completely sour our relationship with Red Lotus. They're useful.
That they are. But in time, when they realize what I intend to give, to throw my hand in with someone I believe more in, faces that I'm actually willing to learn and that are willing to be known.
Well, my only caveat is, can I go get some more information from the mage before we officially announce this, in case she just decides to up and leave?
She is no mage. She is a knight that has been raised in that land.
Well, she has a fair few tricks.
Very true.
Not a proper mage, but, you know.
What are you trying to learn? I may have information myself.
Oh, just more about whatever the fuck she was doing in the swamp.
They're going after that again.
Well, then maybe we don't need to deal with them.
What are they after?
A codex.
Ooh, those are fun.
Whoa.
Codexes are interesting, to say the least.
Yes.
And they think one's in our swamp.
If the information is correct, yes.
We
Then-
really should have taken a vacation to the swamp, guys.
Well, the fact that she's still here means they likely were not able to discover it.
No, she said as much.
Hmm.
She just didn't say what they were after.
After a moment, he looks to Sorka. And Sorka, the information he's about to say, your character has kind of known this in the back of her head for a little bit, but this is the first proper confirmation.
Okay.
Within your territory, there is the Codex Terranosis. This is a codex that is very powerful. What all it does, even I don't know. I've never seen a codex myself. They're never easy to get. Things around them, even if they don't know what they are know that they need to be defended. She's probably learned the same lesson more than once. She can't do it alone. She's too stubborn to go at it with others.
Yeah, there's always those searching for benefits. It's curious. What's the significance of this codex versus another?
For one, this codex has the ability to, if war came out, change the battlefield. Literally.
I think we need to earmark this for near the top of our priorities.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much of.
It brings home field advantage to a whole new level.
Very much so. The thing is, but the codexes can be dangerous, even for Bellatrox.
I don't know about the rest of you, but my life was in a constant state of peril up until recently. Hasn't fully gone away yet. It's not necessarily dissuading me.
I'm good with a challenge.
And I do know you mean other dangers than the apparent, but to be fair, yeah, it doesn't dissuade me. Just makes life exciting. I'm sure you've lived long enough to live in interesting times.
I remember the beginnings of the rise of the Barons and Baroness and Bellatrox among them. I have been alive long enough to have heard the rise of one particular Bellatrox. The reason that I know that war will happen. Old power does not mix well with new.
Too true.
The newest being the White Rose.
Need help, guys.
They're ambitious, I'll give them that.
Tell me, do you know what happens when when a elf becomes an Eladrin and they learn how to use that power?
No, but consider me curious.
Eladrin can create life out of their kin, causing variations. The main variations are well known and documented, but there is a new one, and
I
the price
noticed.
is steep. It takes more than just a person to bear a child. To create a new variant, there must be something more.
I didn't imagine it was easy, but hella me surprised when I met the Belladrops.
And their companion. Did you notice something about them?
Oh, I did.
Their skin is not normal.
No.
It is if they are born of
Their export? Yes.
iron flesh is not an easy thing. Be careful of that.
There's a reason I don't trust them entirely, despite the alliance.
Be careful of all who bear that mark. Be careful of all who carry a mark of anyone.
No shit. It's interesting. We should, if you're seeking sanctuary here, and after our conversation, I assume you agree with how we're running things. We have more time to chat. You're planning on spending at least a moon here?
Most of my time will be spent in preparations for the one who will be left behind.
And who's that?
That will be a later date.
You're very auspicious and everything. I think we need to make some plans here.
I agree.
Rest and make your preparations. I now know I will be here for at least a moon.
If you want somewhere a little bit more discreet, my wing is, well, being discreet is important to me, so. Feel free to make yourself at home, but we'll chat.
We will. He stands up and bows to each of you respectively before heading off.
As soon as he's out of there, I turn to the others and go, "What?
You getting done?
That was fucking weird."
You getting done?
Yeah.
So it's gonna take a few minutes.
Unexpected in one way, but with what was being heard, not so unexpected in another.
Well, at least none of us were in a battle for life and death yet. I pick up my deck from in front of me. Huh.
It weighs more than you thought it would.
Well, I held on to another Barony's deck before.
I'm good.
Interesting. This might just be what we need to, as a trump card for going after that codex.
Yes. From my experience fighting someone with the card, yes. That was. It tends to be quite the game changer.
We've even got one for Cassius as well.
That was very considerate of him.
I don't know if any of you have realized this, but that man has a title.
Mhm.
The Architect of War.
So he only shows up when things get really
Dicey.
crappy, does he? Yeah.
To be honest, I thought he was dead. It seems that coming storm is going to be a little bit of a heavier downpour than anticipated initially. If he fucking showed up. I don't know if our luck is really good or really bad.
Let's just say the times will be interesting.
Of that, there is no doubt.
And interesting times are when those who are bold make their names in history. Whether dead or alive,
I'd rather leave my name in the shadows, but I don't think I'm going to have that luxury.
No.
Alright. So with that, and where the clock is currently sitting, I think that we'll call it there for the night.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
This was a great session.
Yes, thank you.
Do we level up?
You know, it's been a long enough time point, and
We just fought the Broodmother.
not just fought a broodmother, but you guys are planning to go towards the swamp if I'm hearing that correctly, right?
Yep.
Soonish, yeah.
Although we still do have the dire creatures
I
that
think
are
we
crossing.
need. I think we need to wait for the other wizard.
Other wizard?
What other wizard? This is
Oh,
the wizard.
This is the wizard.
Yes.
We need to talk to him more. Yeah. We need to find. Either way, we're gonna go into a dangerous fucking situation.
Alright, so at that point, then, ding!
Yay!
Yay!
Now
Do
I
we
have to
want to roll
figure out-
help? Real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that on stream real fast. Why not? We'll go one at a time. Who's ready first? What we got?
Oh God.
Sorcerer is.
Oh yes, I know where I'm going.
D6 or D8?
Sixes, motherfucker. You're a
Six.
sorcerer.
I'm a sorcerer now. Fuck. Oh, but I get good shit on this level up.
Oh yeah.
I get real good shit.
We have to keep working on that fucking class.
Oh yes, I
I'm
definitely have to.
prepared for a few level ups, quite a few.
Yeah.
But late game stuff still needs to be fleshed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got up to
Anyways.
9th level myself.
So
So,
you said you're a D6?
Yeah,
Yours
Nope.
one?
mine.
Okay.
I rolled a 6.
Okay.
okay. In my case, D10.
D10.
Yours.
You got an 8.
Yes.
Wells.
D8.
1 second. D8.
I get meta magic now.
Yours or mine?
Uh,
Okay.
You remember how we do this, right?
I'll take 9.
All right, what'd you get?
4.
Okay. So for those on the stream that haven't seen this before, the way we do health is I roll a version of their die, and they roll their version of the die. They don't know what I roll until they choose whether or not they want it. They can ask if they want to know what I rolled. Most of the time, it's not a very fun thing to find out. But it's possibly rolling at advantage or disadvantage. Sorka, what are we rolling?
A D6, and I'm going to take mine.
What'd you get?
A 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't even roll.
Yeah, I'd gotten a 5 on my D10, so it's like, yeah, the odds are in my favor.
Are they, though?
Even if they weren't, it's not that bad of a drop.
Could be like what I rolled for Dionysus.
Uh-huh. You maxed out?
A
did ya?
1? Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with mine.
I'll
I got
bet you
max.
are. I'll bet you are. All right. Well, that is it for this episode. Thank you all for showing up. If all things go according to plan, fingers crossed, we should be back at this in 2 weeks on the 29th. So until then, be well, roll safe.